Welcome everybody back to Jazzy Jeff's trading card review series. And of course, this is episode 101. And going back to what I said in the very first episode of this season, I'm focusing on some cards that you may have all seen before. Some of these you haven't seen before. And then there's just some cards that I just wanted to spend a little bit more time on and discuss a little further, discuss a little more. So, welcome everyone. As always, I'm just going to jump right into it. Let's do it. So, let's not keep Odd Pod waiting. So, this first card, I wish I could remember where it came from. If you watching recognize this card and you gave it to me, please let me know in the comments. But anyhow, this appears to be a card from 7-Up, and it is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers related, of course, and it's the Black Ranger, which is awesome. And what makes this card so funny is, of course, the Black Ranger got the Frog Zord in the movie, which was like very corny and very nerdy, and here it's immortalized on this trading card, but it's sort of a crappy card. It looks like it might have maybe been, maybe it was on the bottle, and you got it if you drank the soda, or maybe it came with some other product. I have no idea where this came from. It says 1995 on it. I don't even remember it. And then apparently you can win stuff, and here's the scratch off if you look real close. So it's kind of a neat, weird, bizarre card, but I figured this would be the card to kind of kick off today's topic, which is of all the cards, these are some of my favorites, some of the best. It's kind of difficult to narrow it down to, say, a top 10 or a top 20, and I'm not going to try to do that. I just figured I would, just do a short video and just pick out some of my favorites. So this is excluding like Spider-Man, Marvel, anything like that, pretty much. This is just like almost everything else. And then excluding maybe like Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters, some of the more bigger series. So speaking of comics, starting right up, is the Savage Dragon. This is the promotional card from 1992, obviously by Image. And I forget where I got this from. I think this came with a Savage Dragon comic book, or maybe it came with an Image comic book. I think this was like in there or something, a part of some kind of advertisement. But this is the only Savage Dragon trading card I have, so it automatically defaults to my favorite one. I've never actively tried to find any, and he's always been one of my, underground that I forget about favorite characters that when it gets stirred up, I'm like, oh yeah, the Savage Dragon. That'd be a cool movie. But yes, from Image, not as popular as, Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, so you may or may not recognize him. But for the people that do, that's awesome. Okay, this next guy you're all going to know. This is Slimer. And I forgot that. Some of these I forgot what the hell's in here. But speaking of Ghostbusters, I guess I did throw this in there. From the Ghostbusters 2 cards, this was definitely one of my favorites that stood out to me from that episode. And this is from 1989, which was the second film. So this would have been, Ghostbusters 2. So, good stuff. All right, this next one is an awesome one to show because I don't think anybody saw my Fright Flicks cards opening from season 1. But I was able to get the promotional card, which essentially is, that's what the package looks like. And this also is sort of like the advertisement for the card pack. So for example, shout out to Retro Rook. You seem to get lucky, and you seem to get a lot of these. So I wanted to make sure, hopefully, that you're watching this episode and you see this, because I was able to get this. So this particular set of Fright Flicks had 90 cards and 11 stickers to collect. So there you go. Of course, speaking of horror and Fright Flicks and stuff, This is a Fangoria card that I believe I got from a Fangoria magazine. Unless there was Fangoria trading cards. That's what I'm wondering, because the back of the cards say 1992. So, this is another one of those cards. I can't remember where I got it from. Maybe a Dinosaur Dracula Fun Pack. But it's such a cool looking cover. And then just staying in the realm of horror, I may have shown these before, and I'm sure a Halloween episode is probably going to roll around where I talk about these, but I will at least quickly throw them up. These are my Jason Goes to Hell Topps Comics trading cards, and these suckers are from 1993, New Line Cinema, respectively. These are some awesome, crazy rated R cards. Obviously, the Hell Demon, which was removed from the final script and from the movie. That whole scene was cut. But don't want to get too far into all of that, but which is even more ironic, there is the Hell Demon spawn on the back of that card. So, of course, all that FX and special effects just goes to waste. A couple more here. Let's throw these up here. I know I've talked about these and shown these off dozens of times, but I'm going to break out the Godzilla cards every single time I talk about favorite trading cards. This is from 96. I think this was a Godzilla trading card pack. These are from 1994. This was something else. This was the Godzilla, like, collector's game, because there was like statistics and story and stuff on the back. So this was from like another earlier trading card series. But once again, just beautiful cards. One more Godzilla card. This is from that 96 Toho set. So I figured I would throw that in there. So there you go. One of my favorite Elvira trivias is, I just think it's so cool that she crossed paths with Elvis several times, and, like, they actually, like, had performed together in, like, she was one of his dancers and stuff, and like, part of his, Vegas act and things like that, out in Vegas. And, that's how she pretty much got her start. Was like dancing, and she was kind of like a showgirl type thing, and she met Elvis at after party, and they had partied together several times, and his advice to her was to get out. He was like, you need to get away from this, get the hell out of here, you're too talented and too beautiful and too young, in his Elvis accent, and basically told her, do something better with your life and get the fuck out of here. And she followed that advice and eventually went on to become the horror host and do all kinds of other things. So, pretty wild that Elvis essentially created Elvira. So, there's your little degree, 6 degrees of Elvis, Kevin Bacon, Elvira, however you want to take that. But there's a little factoid for you. All right. So, we come to the end of the show after all of my boring mumbling. You can't end on better cards than this. These are from the King Kong trading card set from 1976, Dino De Laurentiis. And I'm not entirely sure who made the cards because it does not say on these. And like an idiot, I forgot to look it up. So for those at home, use Google. But these are the stickers from that particular line, and these are the only cards I have from that line. These are the only stickers I have from that line, and these are the oldest trading cards / stickers that I have. And like I said, they're all from 1976, which was the second King Kong reboot. I will flash that up on the screen here in a moment. I actually have the VHS that I can show. But yes, back in the mid-70s, they remade King Kong for the first time. This is actually an excellent Kong movie, excellent Kong sequel. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. But these are the trading cards from this film. That would make a cool Instagram post. I should do that. So anyway, that's it for this set. I do still have more cards to show. So hang around, stick around. There's a hell of a lot more trading cards to go through. So these were the best of the best. Now it's time for the best of the rest. See you next time.